Yo, 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 what is going on? Almost sounds like a YouTube video. Let me know if the music's too quiet or too loud. Y'all are pretty much my audio engineers at this point. Thank you to each and everyone who shared the stream link on Discord and or Twitter. Appreciate you. But let's start from the top. Good morning, Hidden Land or Jay. Good morning, Justin Money. Good morning, Purple Mango. Good morning, Traveler. Traveler, I feel like we haven't seen that name in a while, man. Good, welcome back. I say man, could be anything. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, Alexis. Garden Trader, David Q, Green Candlestick. Maxon, thank you. You were one of the people who helped tweet the link out. I appreciate you. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, Sandollar. Good morning, Ace. Always good to see your name. Good morning, SF. Aloha. Good morning, King Carnage. Good morning, Daffy Buck. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Kem. Good morning, Vanessa. What's up, fam? Good morning. Good morning to each and every one of you. As you guys can see, we are getting a higher open. Pretty nice higher open. You can see some of the buyers are wanting to get their gains back from the dip. Real quick, let me show everybody what the game plan is for today. So going over to the Bueller Buys Discord, and I'm actually just going to show you the rundown, what you should do. You should have already gone through weekly watch lists. This is something that should already been taken care of. Should not be even thinking about that right now, but you should be aware of what's in it. But daily updates is where we post our news, corporate news, earning news, overnight news, just all kinds of cool stuff. But this is the news we have today. We got a bunch of numbers that came out this morning. Some of them positive, some of them slightly negative, but none of it really too bad. Kind of expected, really. Here's a breakdown if you want to click on that. If you want to just skip to the summary of everything, if you go to the what to expect under each piece of news, what to expect, that'll give you a quick summary of what you're looking at. Overnight news for corporate. And then you have, of course, earnings, which you do have Nike after hours. So there's something notable. We had CarMax before open, as well as Carnival Cruise Lines. But the game plan today, you got a reason over risk. Buyers are looking to hold some of these overnight gains if they can retake 472.50s and possibly break over 473.50s and 475 again. I almost just kicked you, Don Do. Sellers looking to try and keep this under 472.50s and bring things back down towards previous lows. Why is 472.50? I mentioned it twice. Why is that so damn important? Anybody tell me what 472.50 is? But basically saying a make or break area on the daily is between 467.49 and 468.94. If you guys want to go over that real quick, we can. So 472.50 is the previous day, 2 day ago open. This is the level in which we were looking to see if buyers could hold when they pulled back. They did not. And since I didn't get any kind of retest yesterday, I thought we would leave it there. Why not? I just had to see that. I wasn't to do anything. But go down to the King Carnage chart. Go over to the daily. If you are a subscriber to the YouTube channel or to my Discord, to any extent, you have access to the weekly watch list. And in this weekly watch list, we talked about when you should flip bearish, because I get this question a lot. So I wanted to give a very vague, but also in-depth, broken down answer. So if you want to check that out, please look at the weekly watch list. But in short, what we talked about is if this level could break, then you could flip bearish. It's kind of funny that they instantly brought us down straight to that level on our first real pullback that we've seen in multiple weeks. I mean, this is the first real pullback, let's be honest. You know, this was kind of one, but not really. And then we pushed up more, even made a new high. You know, and here's all-time high right here. So it's funny that when they did finally give us a nice pullback, that's where they brought us down to. And what is this? If you take your fib from the low to the high of this candle, you should get a halfway point of about 467.40s. That's kind of the number I've just been spamming to everybody, 467.40s. If you combine that alongside 469, so 467.40 up to 469. Because again, we're taking halfway of this candle, we're taking top of this what was supply, holding as demand right now, still holding as demand. And now we're getting an inside candle slash, a lot of people are going to call it a harami, and they would be correct to say that, because this is way less than fourth of this candle. So that means this is a very, very indecisive candle. This really gives us nothing until proven otherwise. And again, this is only a 4-minute old candle, so I don't think we should judge a book by its cover yet. This could also turn into a black crow candle. If this finished lower, then you have bearish confirmation short term, saying, hey, this is trying to pull back lower. If that was to happen today. But as long as they can hold this area over any amount of time, this is going to be bullish basing. And a lot of people are thinking too, like, why aren't we just going up? Why don't we just break that new all-time high? The triple Qs did it. It might be for the same reason that I told you guys a couple days back. They don't want to make it super obvious. Because again, guys, how does the market move? With money, right? And if all of the money is in one direction, it's not going to go up. It can't go up if we're all saying it's going up, right? So what do they have to do? They got to bring some more fear back into the market and make it not so obvious. So they're going to most likely base around this area, or we are going to see an early crackdown of 467.40s. And if that was to happen, then you need to flip for a short term until really we reach the top of where we were basing. So if we were to break this area here, there's a really big chance that we're wanting to go all the way down to this area here, or this area here where we based and tried to hold. Because again, we don't have any kind of retest here. So for the most part, if we were to ever get a breakdown, that's where we're most likely going. So now we know that. We know what to do to be bullish still. We know what to do when we want to flip bearish. We have bearish candles. We have slowdown here. So we have something popping up to give bears something in the future, but they have nothing yet. That's the kind of mindset you should be in right now. Is everybody with me, though, on stream? Does that make sense to everybody? I don't want to, like, go past anything and skip over and have repeated questions. I want to make sure everybody gets it now. But this is what we've been going over for weeks, for months. Been going this exact same chart, the King Carnage chart. Let's go back to the smaller time frames now. Let's get off that crap. And I think I'm gonna leave it on this for just a minute, and then we'll break off that and we'll go look at other time frames and other charts. But I wanted to go over everything before the day started so you guys understood what we're looking at. And this is something I'm pretty proud of because it's something we've been going over for a while. You know, if we do ever get, like, I try to give a scenario every week in my weekly watch list, my daily plans. You'll look back at them and you'll see I always go over up and down. I never go over just bullish or just bearish scenarios. And it's because by doing that, you're honestly screwing yourself. Because think about this in a probability way, right? So think of like a big pie chart in your head. Split it in two. One says bull, the other 50% says bear, right? So if you were to only focus on one of those things every single day, every single chart, every single trading opportunity, do you know what you would get? You would only get 50% of like good outcomes. You're only going to get 50% of potential opportunity, right? And now you have to cut that in half again. And you can do this to both sides of that little pie chart I told you to keep in your head where it's just split once. You could split those again, so now it's into 4 pieces. Because essentially, there's going to be those days where you're not going to get an opportunity or an outcome, or something you could take, you know, advantage of, a trade. Let's say you're like really good at taking retest trades, right? But a retest doesn't happen that day because it's not going to happen every day. Then what do? You just don't trade. Okay, cool. And that's a good thing and all, but if you think about it though, you're cutting down your opportunity even more because now you're only looking at one part of the chart. What the hell is this? You're only looking at one part of the chart. You're only looking at literally you're looking at 25% of potential opportunity. I don't know how I was going to word that, but you're literally limiting yourself to 25% of opportunity every single time you open your charts just because you're biased. Just because of bias. And that's why I try to keep an open mind about what do bulls want, what do bears want, because at all times there is that scenario. But at all times also, you're not always going to be in a scenario where we're one thing away from bears taking complete control, or we're one thing away from bulls taking complete control. No, we're still bullish. Even with this insane move to the downside, we're still bullish. But there are going to be those scenarios on smaller time frames, on bigger time frames, where maybe over time or maybe over a couple things that may happen, a couple parameters, if a couple more of those parameters happen, then okay, we can flip bearish. And that's what we've been talking about in the weekly watches for the past couple months, is when you want to flip bearish is when we get a high, an established high, and then an established lower high, and then a break of that base. Because you don't just want to buy the top. You don't just want to start shorting every top, right? Because then you'll start becoming a delusional trader, and then you'll just kind of lose your mind. Because you'll be losing a lot. But that's why it's really good to go over both bull and bear on both bigger and smaller time frame. By doing this, you're giving yourself the full pie chart that I told you guys to keep in your head. You have the full pie chart of opportunity. Guys, we're breaking a new high of day. This is a pretty good sign by buyers from the open, but again, we are still not over the 472.50s level. This is kind of this little in-between area from the 2-day ago open. This would be, what, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday go open. That is crazy. That is the level that needs to break for buyers to have a lot better look of a chart here. If they stay under this, there's a very good chance that we end up rejecting that and then pulling back down under today's open. By the way, that's when you should flip bearish on the smaller time frames, is if you see... oh, hold up. Sorry, guys. I was doing that because the course. I've been working on the course a lot lately, so sorry. No, do not show name, and yeah, show price on the right, because we like that. Thank you. But this is when you should flip, is if you see a crack of this or any kind of retest under this on the 1 minute. I'm going to go to the 1 minute when we get any retest trades, but for now, bulls are still in control, so there's nothing you should do yet. Good morning, Tobias. It's over, bro. That meme got me dying. Oh, from Twitter. You'd be, yeah, man, you'd be surprised some of the stuff I've been seeing on Twitter lately. I've seen some of your biggest social media traders, like, actually look, like, mentally unstable. On X, on Instagram, on Discord. Like, there's all kinds of people who are, like, supposed pros who've been losing really bad the past couple months. And it's really starting to show. It's really starting to show, man. Even funnier because these are the same shills that would tell you otherwise. But if anybody has no clue what we're talking about, this is the meme we're talking about. It's over, bro. Only down 1% after this huge rally. Some people think like that, man. Aren't we all a little unstable? Oh, no. I'm happily unstable. But it's a pretty big, scary thing to see whenever you see like a big cocky person on social media always telling people what to do and how dumb they are if they're wrong. And then you could see that they're now losing their minds on social media. So it's honestly hilarious to see, because they're what I call a hypocritical social media trader, because not only are they a social media trader, meaning they don't actually trade, they probably just collect gains from subscriptions and then throw it into trades and probably lose it all because they don't know what the fuck they're actually doing. I'm talking about those people. Which you would be surprised how many of those people there are. Why was it funny to me that Josh called it mentally unstable? Because I am also mentally unstable. Good morning. Congrats on 6K, boss. Thank you, John G. I actually had no idea when I hit 6K. It might have been earlier when I posted, but man, I freaked out when I did, because I was looking at my page the other day, and I don't normally care about, like, subscriber count, but I have to see it every time I load my channel, right? And every day I was seeing this say, like, 5.95, 5.96, 5.97, 5.98, 5.99, and then it was, like, 2 days ago, I was like, man, I'm probably going to hit 6K soon, and then, I didn't really think about it for a little bit when I started, doing I can't even tell you what I was working on. But when I was working on something for Saturday and for the course, I think I hit it because I wasn't paying attention. But then I looked yesterday and I was like, oh shit, I hit 6K. Also funnier because we hit 660 videos at the same time. But yeah, honestly, super awesome. I haven't posted in a little over 2 weeks because I've been working on the course, been live streaming almost every single day. Yesterday I messed my schedule up because I stayed up too late. But still, we got a lot of posting done in the Discord, so even when I'm not here, I still try to show somewhat of a presence, because it just feels weird if I'm not here entirely. This is my place, these are my people. Three trades today. We kept buying the 0 DTE dip and dumping the RIP 105%, 50%, 259%. So happy and executed so clean. Good job, Tobias. Really happy about that. Oh, and then he said really happy about it. I'm really happy about you taking those trades, and not really the size of the outcome. I mean, that's honestly incredible, dude. Seriously, happy for you. But great job on being able to understand what you're going for. Because, again, that's what's important. Not just, getting big gains, but understanding how did you even get there in the first place. All right, let's switch to the that new chart real quick. Remember, 470, 250. That's a key level today. 1 minute, 5 minute. These are the same charts. I'm changing this to the 15 minute. The bottom 100 is the daily. Those are the same charts as well. This is to give us different perspective on what we're looking at. If you're day trading, you're probably just focused on these two. If you're like a swing trader, you're probably just focused on this one, honestly. I wouldn't even say you'd be focused on the 15. But the 15 can also give very powerful signals. Later on, we sometimes change to the 30 minute, but those are really the only two I really mess with that one. And I'm going to unlink this, which we should probably save this set like this, so I don't have to keep messing with the SPY chart. because we like to just kind of leave this here. I'm trying to leave the levels. When I do this, when I zoom out, I really do have a method to zooming in and out. I try to leave where current price is, as well as the next area above and the next area below in sight, so we can see everything. And I try to do that to every single chart, but sometimes it'll be a little funky. Like, I'm not even messing with this one. Massive 350% on Poots on yesterday's flush below 475. Could have been more, but I was extremely satisfied with how... Wait, what? David Q. My man. Did you just say you made 350% when we broke 475 the other day? Is that what you just said? I want to give a little perspective to everybody on David Q here. So, and I'm not... This is not roasting him. This is not attacking him in any way, shape, or form. This man has made a lot of really good quality trades, and I never once see him complain about, oh, look, I only made 15%. Oh, look, I only made 10%. Oh, look, I only made, 8%. Oh, look, I only made 25%. Like, I swear, I never see him complain about making smaller numbered percentage gains. And I really do mean that, which I think is honestly a true strength, because it leaves really good opportunity for catching even bigger gains, because he's not thinking about them. He's thinking about, oh, let me catch a trade that makes sense to me so I can be proud of it. And that's how you should be trading. You should be trading to be proud. Trade so that your money would respect you if it had a voice, if it had a mind of its own. Would it respect you or would it not? But that's what I like about David Q. And then so for him to be coming in here today, on the one day I didn't stream in the past month, this man comes in here and says he made 350% on a huge drop. That is fucking crazy. Dude, huge congrats to you, David Q. You deserve every fucking penny of that gain, dude. I'm very happy for you. That right there is true trader strength. Good job, man. That was inevitable. And some people will look back at you, David, too, and be like, man, that was lucky. He got lucky. He got that big drop. It's like, no, that's literally great timing stuck with opportunity. You literally stuck with it every single time it broke at a certain level. Every time it did a certain, look for you, you took it, right? And by doing that over time, yeah, you're going to catch a lot of constant setups where you're only getting 10, 20, 30%, somewhere in that range. But then you're going to have trades like that where it just keeps going and keeps going. And it's not going to happen all the time, and it's not something you should expect. But it's something you are inevitably going to bump into if you are consistently taking the exact same setup every time. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, David Q. That's fucking awesome. Excuse my language, everybody. But that's just... I've had so many people in the past couple weeks, make a lot of money in this chat. I'm honestly so proud of a lot of you. I have no words for that. I really don't. Because that's honestly the goal, is getting to that point. Now it's about maintaining, though, and this is why I'm here. We always talk about maintaining, keeping that structure and stability going. That's the hard part. Getting to this point is somewhat easy compared to the maintain phase, if you know what I mean, but in no way, shape, or form am I saying he's trading easy. Good job, David. Good job, Tobias. Good job, Mel, the other day, by the way. I think he had his first, or not his first, I think he had his best day of the year yesterday. One of his best days of the year yesterday. So, I mean, we're having all kinds of people kill it lately, and it's just so awesome. Good morning, Paper Hands. How you doing, man? Love when we all eat and learn. For real. My old saying, actually, in the very beginning of Bueller Buys, when I first started out, one of my first sayings was, everybody learns, everybody eats. That was like our first stupid little saying. Yes, I made it up on my own. Trading is easy, BB. You gotta put the date and everything. 2023. End of 2023. Never to be heard of again. I was celebrating my bull swing in public. Call out for the market's all-time high. Was like, I'm posting a victory round. I need to sell my longs. Look away after selling after everything tanked. Oh, look away after selling and then everything tanked. So Tobias, you're the... Oh, Noxta had a pretty funny reason. Who all saw that in Discord the other day? He had a pretty funny reason on why the market's been going up. So do you guys remember when I told you guys Leland got sick? Well, last night... Let me go find it. I gotta get past all these good morning messages first. Oh, here we go. He said, almost 2 weeks, no trades for me until today. Haha. Until today, that was yesterday, meaning you haven't traded any of the last 2 weeks, but you traded the first red candle, right? And then Noxa goes in here, and he's got a really good reason here. He says, so that's why we've been pumping. Leland hasn't been trading. I thought that was pretty good. For anybody who knows the Leland lore of the Discord, I thought that was pretty funny. It was very original. I have so much to learn from you guys. Congrats, David Q. For real. But that right there is just like a great example, though, of a BB trader, like consistently doing the same thing over and over and over again, trying to just stick to doing, oh, I'm really good at lower high retest after it does this, then only take those, you know, limit yourself to it. You can still analyze and mental rep and follow along, you know, tell the story of everything else going on, but you don't have to trade everything. Double inside. You know, I was just staring at that, dude. I was just staring at this. I'm not even joking you. I was looking at this kind of like, man, that's really like a potential triple inside bar popping up if this candle doesn't do anything either. Very good call out by King Carnage. Yes, you are correct. That is a double inside bar on the 5 minute because we are trading within the candle. Let me zoom in a little bit more on this 5 minute. Very good eye. Very good eye. That's kind of why I went quiet there for a second. I was staring. I was like, is that what I think it is? Kind of have it on the top right chart as well. And if anybody sits here and makes a joke and says, it's also at the bottom right chart. Yeah, no shit. Thanks for all the love, guys. No problem, David. You deserve it, man. You're a really good guy. This community is simply the best. Not even joking. Thank you, man. It's because of people like you, though. I'm telling you. It's not because of, like, a single person in here. It's, like, literally because of people like you and then having a collective of you. Like, if I had, like, 50 David Qs and 50 Zekes and 45 green candlesticks and 20 Jacks, like, this chat's already great, man. Triple Q trying to reclaim open, holding 406.50s. Great call out by Zeke, giving us great awareness on the triple Qs. I have not clicked on that today, actually. Great awareness. Good call out. Good call out. Yep, 406.50s. Look at that, guys. He said holding 406.50s. He is correct. This was the old all-time high, by the way, guys. I have not left this intentionally. This is inadvertently still on the chart. But I promise you we should probably keep it now that I see it's there still. Because it's just good to kind of think of like, hey, this was the old all-time high. Let's break it again. See if we can reach the new all-time high. 1447. But Zeke is correct, though. Holding 406.50s. Really trying their hardest to retake the open, like he said. That would be a good sign. And seeing the retake of 407.50s. Pretty much getting over this green candle would be a great sign. Breaking this potential lower high trend. I'm not saying draw your lines like that, but we do have multiple lower highs. And you almost had higher lows there, or lower lows there for a second. They are holding lower, but this one did not. So you kind of have a bunch of squeezing going on, essentially. Why isn't my Control Z doing anything? There we go. Very good eye, Zeke. Very good eye. Zoom that 5 minute again, because we're really interested in that double inside bar. Alright, but enough talking. Let's watch this for a bit. What is everyone else up to? What you guys looking at? Anybody have any questions about the game plan so far? Holy hell, we might have another inside bar, lol. Dude, yeah. Let's see if they try. Let's see. It popped over a little bit on the first one, but nothing crazy yet. The user named Christopher Don't Fight Trend on Twitter. What is your name on YouTube? I swear I've seen you like a million times. I just want to make sure that I'm like connecting the dots on somebody and not thinking you're someone else. If you're in here, please speak up so I know who's what. Y'all would be surprised. I've actually had people pretend to be some of you just to contact me. It's a little weird. It's the same in here. Okay, thank God. I was like, man, I better be talking to the right person. Alright, cool. Just making sure. I'm just kidding. It was all a trick to get you to type in YouTube chat. Tricking people for engagement. Yeah, you know, like other social media traders, man, they'll sit here and they'll try to like, they'll use call-outs to get you guys to engage. Me, I just ask y'all weird questions that make you answer me like that. I made him think I was getting scammed. Then he typed. No, I'm just kidding. I that was legit. That was legit. We almost did another inside bar though, by the way. I know it is another one inside of this, but I mean, it almost kept squeezing candle after candle for multiple candles in a row. That would have been even crazier. But guys, when you see this, and before I give you the answer, when you see this, what does this tell you? When you see a lot of candles trading within one candle, what does that tell you? It's the same thing as when you get a lot of wicks on both sides or a small body. What is it? What do we call this? What do I call this, at least? Apple getting some selling pressure. Good look, David Q. Healthcare is a leader this morning. Great call out by Jacko. Vanessa, King Carnage, and Garden Trader, and Alexis, and Green Candlestick all said indecision. You would be correct. That means we are indecisive. So not really anybody has control. We shouldn't really be feeling any kind of bias towards either one right now. We don't really see anything that gets us into this. I do like the potential hold of the open, though. If they bring this down and they still fail to break today's open, this would almost invalidate a really strong bearish setup, which means we're getting a really good bullish setup. So if we end up not getting a break of today's open, that's a very good sign buyers are still present. If we get a break of today's open, this white line in the middle of the screen, 471.32, if you get a break of this, this could be what brings you down to possibly fill the overnight gap. We shall see, though. But that's what we're looking for, everybody. Good answers, by the way, from everybody I mentioned. Alexa said, you said healthcare? Scratches arm, immediately checks. Start scratching arm profusely. By the way, tomorrow, when they come out with PCE info, they're going to basically, without saying it, tell us that the fight is over. That over time, things will be slowing down. Which is good. Housing prices will slow down over the year. They're already forecasting Q1 that we could be down to 5% on 30-year interest rates, which is kind of crazy. Again, that's not amazing. But it's a start. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's a start. So I genuinely believe next year is going to be an amazing recovery year for the inner workings of everything that's been happening the past few years. Now, unless something else was to break out or happen, then that would all change, of course. But genuinely, next year should be a nice recovery year for numbers, data, anything you can think of, really. Now, of course, the market's already done that, but we've talked about that. We've talked about the fact that the market is literally a forward-looking indicator. So, of course, we're up. Europor seem to be giving up. Distribution is almost done. We can tank next week. Yeah, 100%. Definitely could. They're setting it up, too, like how they dumped it one time. I say the last time. It's kind of hard to remember when the last time was, though. So, for example's sake, let me just go to this. I'll show you what they did last time. And we went over this. But they didn't just hit a resistance and then fall. What did they do? They got close to one, gave us a bearish kicker, didn't really break any support, didn't really get any follow through. That's what we'll call it. No follow through. Another just weird red candle inside of that candle, so an inside, indecisive. Positive print, positive print, positive print. Really nice higher open, but they're out opening at a very big resistance. Nice drawback, bearish engulfing, but again, no follow through. At the same area, really. And you kind of get the same thing here. You know, inside candle. What happened after that candle? Inside candle, so you get indecision, indecision. Positive print, positive print. So making it look like it's going to go up more, but they never once got over resistance. Right? They got over that recent high, but they didn't. They got over the meat of it, not the entirety of it. The only thing that did was that higher open. Next couple days, inside candle again, positive print, but lower open and lower close. So it's like a bearish kicker, but it's not at the same time. It's really weird, actually. One of the weirdest candles I've seen on the market was this one. And then the next day, bearish kicker. So how many? We got 1, 2, 3 bearish candles, essentially, right? But 1, 2, no follow through. Finally breaks that support, gets that follow through. What does it do from this candle on? If I was to extend this candle to the right, you'll see they didn't just break lower. They even came back up and rejected it again before pushing even further. Look at the area they came back up to later on. After finally getting some sort of data, some sort of recovery, some sort of slowdown, whatever the reason may be, price did slow down. Price did make a higher low. Price did push higher. But they didn't really get far. They got back up to where they had fallen from. Didn't once close over this, by the way. If you look at this correctly, this opened, closed, opened, closed, opened, closed, opened, closed, opened, closed. Didn't once close over the yellow line where price was trying to hold as support and then failed. So I'm kind of looking for the same thing as that, but over here. So you can see we already got a little bit of a slowdown, no follow through. A little bit of a slowdown, no follow through. So really looking for any kind of break of really the trap area that I've been talking about, 467.49 up to 468.90s. It's pretty much 467.40s to 469 if you want to keep a easier number in your head. But that's what we're looking for on the daily time frame. For anybody who might not know, I'm removing those yellow lines, but we're going to keep the rectangles there. Just kind of keep a reminder in our head, really. But that's what we were looking at. We can go back to this chart now. We didn't really do much. We are at the level of crucialness here. If we end up holding, buyers can definitely build some base. If we end up rejecting and breaking under, there's a very good chance we're pulling back and might be filling this overnight gap. That was a lot of talking. I hope some of you got something out of that. Oh. News in 1 minute could call out. Oh, my bad. You had said that. I had already read it. We are pricing in that printer is coming back online. Great for the boomers if it happens. Terrible for the rest of us. Yeah, probably. Hello, Leland. I missed it. Can you repeat everything? Leland, are you free to get a call after this? I can call you after the stream ends. Or are you like up in the mountains or something? Leland lives like a top 2 tech CEO. You are? Okay, good. Wait, you are free or you are in the mountains? Leland's like, what the hell are you talking about? Free. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Bueller, for all the streams this year. Thank you, Tobias, for coming in here and dropping all the positivity. End of year pause is here for me. See you all in 2024. See you later, Tobias. Time to start trading and stop. Time to stop trading and start drinking. We got the break of the current day open on the 1 minute, by the way, everybody. Hey, fresh lows. Nice. Sorry guys, all the typing I was doing. I said 1 minute current day open SPY and 5 minute, or I'm sorry, 1 minute broke current day open SPY and the 5 minute. You can watch for a retest. That means you can take a fib from the current day open and go to the low of the first break. If the 50% and golden pocket area holds and give bearish signs, bearish pressure, you know, bearish candlesticks, wicking, all that good stuff, you can go short. If they retake, go long with tight stops. Orb is in effect. Orb equaling open range breakout. So for anybody who wants to look for the retest or the open range breakout, you have plans for both. Really good breakdown on SPY, both here and in the Discord. Really good post. You're out of Poots. Go to Scalp. Done for the day. Took Poots off pre-market high fail. Hit over 60%. Thanks for the stream, B. Thank you, Maxim, for sharing it, man. I seriously do appreciate you. I know not everybody has to share or anything, but I really do appreciate you for doing that, man. And also really happy to see you kicking ass. I always try to click on y'all's Twitter feeds as much as I can, and I was actually looking at yours in particular yesterday, and I was seeing you had a couple red days, but you had a lot of green days stacking up, man. I started going through your feed more, and I was like, damn, this guy's killing it. But good job, Maxon, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing the stream and everything. Thank you for everything, really. Lee of the Land must be flipping pancakes. King Carnage said, got in at the open of the 945 candle and got out while approaching 470.65. 945. That'd be 8:45 my time. Let's see if I can figure out why he likes this candle. If you didn't draw a fib, I'll be confused, but if you did draw a fib, King Carnage, I think I understand exactly why you like that one. You did have to sweat some bullets here, but you didn't have to worry about this in the 5 minute, because this is only on the 1 minute that it was holding over. It didn't once close over on the 5 minute like that, so that actually was pretty strong. Let's see this candle. 45. 50-50 candle on the 5 minute. Next candle, definitely not a 50-50 candle if you're using that fib. Damn, nice. Either way, man, good job, King Carnage. I was just really curious why you thought that was the good candle, but then I kind of looked at it a little bit more and it makes more sense, but still, really clean. Which, good job, Maxon, and good job, King Carnage. Anybody else who took that, really good job, but quick scalps are definitely fun. XLK, Y, and P are pulling Spy down. A and C. Good call out, Wacko Jacko. It's the calming candle. Quick 25%. Puts XPX. Good job, Mel. Oof. Here, 41% on mental poots on the break of crucial area 47134. Good job, David Q. Look at that. David Q, knowing he had a really big gain earlier, probably doesn't want to make that emotional decision of maybe chasing down a second trade. So what does he do? And maybe he also doesn't want to step away. Maybe he does want to get some more practice or some sort of opportunity from the chart. What does he do? He mental reps it. Good job, David. Leading by example, man. You love to see it. I was just curious to see if that was like the 50% of that range. No, what the fuck? Speech recognition. What the hell was that? Healthcare didn't break structure yet. Good call out, Jacko. Not my best moment, but sharing with the class because it might help someone. While everyone was winning on the downside yesterday, I was stuck in an early long that went very green to red. Greed kills. You need to have invalidation points. You need to have a part of the chart where it gets you out of it. You don't need to be sitting in it that long. But still though, Vanessa, that took a lot in you to say out loud. I know how hard that can be. And I know other people can possibly relate in here too, even if they don't say it openly out loud to you. It is very hard to get out of a trade where you were mentally in the complete winning side of things, right? And then things go against you or something happens and things start to go back and it's like, shit, do I close this? Like, does this come back? Like, I was just up all this percent, now I'm not. And it kind of like throws you off, you know? So very awesome of you to say that openly, but definitely need to have an invalidation point. You need to have a part of your plan where you're out of the trade no matter what. Doesn't matter how much you're up, doesn't matter how much you're down. Lesson learned, was able to get some back with some morning's pop. I did not overstay my welcome this time. Awesome. I'm already happy to see you already one, realizing what you could be doing, and then two, already the next day taking advantage of what you had learned from the previous day and applying it. That is so hard, like to learn something about yourself or something about your trade or something that you need to adjust, and then to apply it that fast. That's very hard, Vanessa. Good job. My plan is, if in doubt, get the F out. That's actually a great saying. Let's pin that, fool. He said, or just panic. Hope you're doing good today, fool. How you doing, fool? Sound like I'm like speaking down to somebody when I say his name. Like, what's up, fool? Quite the bounce here. 100%. If you take a fib from our recent level to the open, there's actually a 50% here, so it might not be that random, but it is definitely a pretty strong bounce. I know you didn't say random, but I was just kind of speaking out loud, thinking out loud. Sounds like Mr. T saying that. I wish I sounded like Mr. T. Quite the bounce here. Tweezer bottom like candles in the 5-minute. Good update. Good morning, all. Hope everyone's nice and green. Hope everyone is nice and green. You as well, Mr. Shadow. Thank you for tuning in. Spies retesting open. Good call out by Zeke. Really good push. Really good push so far from that dip. Good updates by everyone. I'm not really seeing anybody post anything that doesn't make sense. Everyone seems to be on the ball right now. Like, we dipped, and then we had the potential chance of possibly being even more bearish, and then it was like, well, we haven't really shown that sign yet. If anything, we've shown bullish hammer holding the level that we need to see break. Now we're seeing multiple positive prints on the 1-minute, while the 5-minute during all of this is turning into a bullish hammer holding that same thing. See it here. You see it here flipping. So we might be seeing a move that bulls can use to pop new highs. Remember, anytime you see a bearish move invalidate, it almost turns into a really good bullish play. So I'm not going to say it is definitely going to happen, because we have still not broken this lower high trend that you can see. Again, we had the high of day at 472.30. Ever since then, we have yet to pop a new high. We came down, came back up, nope, came down, came back up, nope, came down, came back up. Still have not surpassed even this high yet. So that's another kind of thing that's sitting on my mind as someone looking to possibly flip bullish, but also trying to see when can the bear step in. Because there are still a lot of reasons here to understand that this chart's still a little bit uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Yep, bulls are still here, Zeke, I agree. Good job, Kevo. He said spanked at AFRM. Oh, are they trying to pop that high? They got close. I'm going to leave my cursor on it. I won't actually draw a level there. Interesting note. So you use the fib of the open range breakout. You go to the low of the move. You're looking for any kind of rejection here to get a midterm retest. If they can break down from that, awesome. We end up getting a full term retest and buyers retook. So it almost invalidates the fib that we drew. I also want to add the low of day. I want to add that 470.55 because that's now pretty important because this is where they came down to, held, pushed back up before retaking today's open. So pretty strong sign there. Leland said, good sign for bull is reclaiming the base's lows from earlier. 100%. Because this was where true structure was. They broke it. And this is really where bears could have hit it and then pulled it down really well because this is where they built structure like Leland was saying. Really good basing there. Like he said, good retake for the bulls. Also, great sign here. We are possibly breaking that lower high trend I was telling you guys about where we couldn't get past a new high after making new high of day. Whoops. We're kind of reaching that now. We got past one. We got two more. Just drawing that as a visual aid. In no way, shape, or form should you actually draw that. I'm more doing it for y'all's aid than anything. Pretty clean, though. Oops. Nice 10-minute candles. Lee then said, just note bottom right on chart stream, inside bar. Looking for the possible bounce of 348, 349 to possibly insert calls if it breaks into 348. Looking for poots. What ticker are you looking at, Alexis? On Meta? My bad. He said it right after. Yes, Jack, I have that big problem myself. Took a hard loss because I just couldn't accept I was wrong. It's human, man. It's human. 10 minutes till close of the first hourly candle of the day. Great call out by Jay. Guys, we are popping the second high. We have popped two highs now. We have broken the lower high trend twice now. Let's go. This is why it pays to talk about both bearish scenarios and bullish scenarios, because this gives you a good idea for what's possibly happening next and when you were wrong. As well as when you're right, of course. You'll know that one. Awesome, though. Nice little move. See, that's why I always cover both sides, because you just saw a really good example why. You know, you had a really nice move, but then it got no follow through. It ended up holding and getting a really nice invalidation and pushing higher. Like we said, guys, what is a really good bearish invalidation? What happens after that? A really good bullish move. Some of your best bullish plays are going to be those invalidated bearish plays. Let's go! New high of day! I love these streams, man. Yo, Maxon tagged me on Twitter. He said trade review for SPY. Took the pre-market high rejection with all sectors displaying red, precisely at the 50% Fibonacci level from yesterday's movement, which we ultimately rejected as well. Then he said BB system and stream is all you need, and he tagged me, dude. Thank you so much. I like seeing you guys win. I also like seeing you guys are able to like what he did right there. He typed that whole trade review like so quickly. Like that's really not even that many words, but there is so much information in what he typed. It's crazy. And a lot of you guys are really good at this, like saying a lot with little. And that generally speaks levels about you guys, because it shows that you guys are very depth. You have a lot of depth to you, which is good, because it shows you're not just some like weirdo who's going to take open range breakouts all the time and that's all you're ever going to talk about. Like, no, you guys are going to be looking for those really good inside of the range trades that make sense before they happen, and then also being able to understand them and break them down to help others. You guys are crazy. You guys are awesome. Not just wanting to win yourself, but wanting to pass that on to other people as well. That's what a BB trader is. Yo, why is this? Why is Twitter so bad? I'm just trying to find somebody, man. I don't understand. Sorry for all the typing. I said we hit the next area above. We need to see a push over 472.50s for more bulls. Continued rejection is only good for bears. But bears, on the other hand, had their chance when we broke structure and today's current day open. No follow through yet. So kind of talking about both sides, really. It's kind of funny, too. The longer we're here, the longer this 30-minute starts to not make any sense. Meaning it's very indecisive. Same thing for the 15. Might as well leave that on the 30 for real. There we go. I like how when some of you guys are winning, you're giving like the streams credit. Make sure you guys give yourself some credit. This shit's not easy. This shit is not easy at all. King Carnage in a second. 1 second you're telling us it's easy. The next second you're telling us it's not easy. Which one is it? Yo, good morning, John Rad. How you doing? And yeah, Zeke, he mainly does those. But that's his edge, though. I mean, he has really good entry points. So he likes to go for really good risk management on those cheaper contracts. So I don't really going to mess them as much, you know. So if he takes a loss, it doesn't really hurt as bad. And his wins are almost always overpaying. So that's always a good thing. But no, you were correct, though. Entry is everything when you take those contracts. That's the point, though. Having a good entry that makes sense. Tesla re-entering pre-market gap. Good call out, Chris. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody's message. Good job, Daffy. He got 42% on the 475 calls. Okay, I see what you are talking about now. Today's open was key to both sides so far. 100% Mr. Issues. Mr. Issues knows what the hell is up. Wherever you're from, glad to have you. Market's supposed to be smooth, not like this. What are you talking about, VC? What are you talking about? Why is it every time I see you type, it's something like that? Be positive, man. The market's going to be rough as hell. We just hit new all-time highs on the triple Qs, and we almost hit it on SPY. We were literally, what? It's about $4. A little over $4. Rapid drop, man? Where? on the 1 minute chart, on the 5 minute chart. Like, let's relax. Let's not freak out. We're at the highs of the chart. So to get quick seller reactions against areas where we know sellers are present, this makes sense. This is not abnormal, what you saw. Do you want to go over the game plan again? I'm not effing joking about this. Read the damn game plan. Sellers looking to try and keep this under 472.50s. Buyers looking to hold some of these overnight gains if they can retake 472.50s. Highlighted it the day before. Highlighted it. 472.50s is an area where sellers are very present until we can get something to retake it. Until proven otherwise. That's what it means. Until proven otherwise. So, of course, we're going to have heavy sellers here. And, of course, if I'm on a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart, it's going to feel scarier because the candles look way bigger. It looks like a lot more is happening. But in reality, we only saw about a $1.20 move just now. Which is still a lot. Don't get me wrong. $1.20 is massive because you really only need like 30% of that move to catch a decent percentage on close-dated contracts. You really don't need that big of a move on SPY. So that is a big move. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, though, it really isn't. So let's try to relax. Let's try to focus on what levels need to break. Remember, this was key. Whoever had this had control. At first, bulls had it, then bears. And it looked like we were about to get a bearish retest to really give us full control of this level. We did not get that. We ended up getting a hammer on both the 1 minute and the 5 minute, holding today's open, right? Then we moved up, and then we hit the magic level again, 472.50s. So it made sense that we got a quick buyer move, and it makes sense we're getting a quick seller move, because not only do you have sellers up here, but what just happened? A massive move that made sense. So a lot of people are probably in this taking profits while people are also going short. So you have two things combining for sellers to pop up here, which is why you're getting such a quick reaction, such a quick move. We didn't get any close over 472.50s. So until then, we could get moves like this until we break that. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm going over this like every single day. I feel like I'm talking in circles sometimes. I still can't pull up Max and Trades on Twitter. What is going on? Save draft. Oh, because you have a Z in the end of your name. It's not an S. That's why it wasn't finding you. Ah. I see now. There we go. There you are. Send now. I was like, bruh, I'm literally staring at his Twitter. I can see it. When did I post the 10-year? Here it is. Perfect. The 18th. I need to get better about unlinking that, man. I'm so tired of zooming this again. Here we go. Zoom it in. Gotta practice what I preach. Still trying to hold today's open. That's pretty impressive. Very indecisive on the 30-minute time frame. Got an outside bar on the 30-minute time frame. See, D-Touch is paying attention. Good job, D-Touch. Even while he's busy with the family and running errands, still gets in that work. The 5-minute candle will decide the fate. Oxy building a base since market open. Great update by Daffy on another energy ticker he's been actively posting in chat and in the YouTube streams. Bueller says, relax, people panic. Keeping VIX below 14 to rig the market. I love when Leland hits us with this. Between 470 and 472.50, trying for a higher low on the 1-minute indexes. Good call out by Zeke. Since market has been so bullish recently, would you lean towards a bullish bias on that 30-minute that you're saying is indecisive? Of course, it's indecisive, but I'm curious. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you probably would lean bullish more than bearish just because of current trend. No, I get what you're saying. Yes, you would lean that way. Now, my personal opinion, though, I just can't lean any direction. Because we've seen really good moves by bulls and bears on both the 1 and 5. So that kind of keeps me more connected to the fact that it's indecisive more than like, oh, this probably will break up because we've been in a bullish trend. Like, yeah, that is true. But on the other hand of things, it's like, do I really want to put myself at risk, though? But no. I definitely agree with you, though. I would be leaning a little bit more bullish because of current trend, but you know, you just got to keep that in the back of your mind that we have shown both bullish and bearish bias on the smaller time frame, so it is going to be reflected in that manner on the 30-minute. Definitely the most indecisive open we've probably had all week, though. Whoa, my phone. Good question and breakdown, though, Z. Good way of putting that. Because no, you're completely right. We both stole my money with VIX below 14. This is so dumb. Leland's making fun of somebody from back in the day. This market's rigged, man. VIX is down. Why aren't we pumping? It really is like that, though. Oh, I didn't even check out my DE setup today. That could be through the floor and I would have no idea. Okay, wait, there's a chance here it's positive. Okay. We're looking good, we're looking good. I know it's kind of hard to tell because the percentages are literally in our face. Is there a way of moving those? Oh, wow. Wow. You learn something new every day. Oh, I could see the price action. From my favorite game, the game was rigged from the start. Oh. Why am I picturing the Michael Douglas movie? What, I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of it. You don't think there was a tiny bit of effery yesterday asking for a friend? See, I just can't, like, I hate being part of that crowd. I'm not trying to get onto you, Mr. Shadow, but I just can't be part of that crowd. I can't. Because of what I explained earlier on the daily time frame. Like, there are clear signs that bears have shown up short term, even before this candle. You know, if you go back to my breakdown, they just got no follow through. They didn't break the thing they needed to break to get a bigger pull down, to get a bigger pullback. The better pullback didn't happen because we didn't break the level, if that makes sense. That, in short, that's what my breakdown was earlier. So when everybody says like you don't think there was fuckery yesterday, it's like even if there was, like who cares? Like focus on the levels. Like if you just focus on that day's open, that day's low, that should have been your entry point. Yeah, no retest came in. Okay, so what? If you take retest only and you just didn't get a trade opportunity, okay, you just missed your trading opportunity. I don't see that as fuckery though. Like I hate when I see people say that because there's no point. You don't get anything out of it. You're just getting a negative mindset. And I'm not getting onto Mr. Shadow, but I see people do this all the time, and then they'll sit there and ask me like, "What did I do wrong?" It's like, well, one, you just bitched about whatever, and then you just missed the chart. I don't understand. Like, analyze it. What happened? You know, if I go to my chart yesterday, there was clear breaks of good levels the other day. You know, so it's really hard for me to sit here and be like, yeah, there was fuckery. It dropped. Like, no, we're at almost all-time highs, and things finally slowed down. All of the sectors, by the way, yesterday. I know I didn't stream yesterday, so if you want to give me some blame, I'll take it. Whatever. But if you go over your sectors, every sector was doing this. And what have I told you guys many, many, many times in the past? When every sector is doing the same thing, that is when you get some of your strongest moves, regardless of news or catalyst. Like, and that's the best thing about this market. Everyone's always like, and I'm still not getting on to Mr. Shadow. I see this opinion everywhere. But you get this like sense of like, oh, only news moves the market. It's like, okay, well, now you're just going to turn into some trader that only trades news, and you're just going to lose every time. Because people who trade off news, yeah, they get really big percentages. They get really nice, sexy gains. They get really, really nice euphoria. But guess what happens to those people? A lot of the time, they lose every bit of what they gain because they're trading off of news. If you're going to trade off of news, you're just going to hurt yourself in the long run. You might get a couple nice wins here and there, but that's all you're going to get. So what should we focus on? What's a better absolute constant that we should focus on? The levels, the zones, the system. What kind of entries are popping up? How did I answer Mr. Shadow just now when he said that? I hit him with, here's the levels and here's the entries that hit. No retest came in. Okay, cool. If you're not a retest trader, then you don't need to worry about it. It just kept dumping without you. But there was a retest. I'd like to really get on to you guys now, because this is what I posted in Discord yesterday. But if you get your fib, you don't actually, I'm not even going to grab the fib. Not even going to go that far with it. Look at how we have a 475 level here, right? See how price, okay, I was making sure I got the right tool. See how price sat on this during all of this yesterday and then pushed a new high? And then they made a lower high? And then they broke the level of structure? And then they pulled away again from the level of structure after making an inside bar? If you go from the high of that candle to the low of that candle, you have an inside bar, they get a break of that, and they get a new low. So you did have a retest. It just wasn't when the big move happened. You didn't get any kind of retest here, but that actually makes a lot of sense. If you go to my retest trading 101 video, which I think I took that down because it's going to be on the course. But when you guys go over this video again in the course, lifetime guys have it for free, you're going to understand there is a tempo to things. Okay, so whenever you break down, you don't always get a full term or a mid-term retest. But if you do get one, or at least of a level that's breaking structure, you know you have something strong in front of you if you have any kind of bearish pressure pop up at that retest. In this case, it was an inside candle that broke lower and made a new low. That was it. So you had just kind of a mid-term, short-term retest going on there because it was very quick. It was over the course of like 20 minutes. It really wasn't that long. 20, 25 minutes. And then you got no retest here. But why does that make sense? Why did I say that makes sense? Because you already got one up here. So do they need to have a retest here to move lower? No. But if they do, awesome. It's something easier that we can track. But they're not always going to give you that opportunity. And again, I'm still not getting onto anybody here. I'm just very passionate about what I'm covering because this is something I've been covering every single day, every single week. You know, so for somebody to say, do you not think there was fuckery yesterday? Like, no, I don't think there was at all. I don't think there was any piece of fuckery yesterday. The market's been moving up. Shorts have been getting burned for months. $150 billion has been blown up in shorts. So for me to sit here and say, like, was there fuckery yesterday because we had one big red move? Like, no, there wasn't. I just don't see it that way. Price action, though. That's the constant you should go off of. So wherever you guys are getting your opinions from, like, stop focusing on news, stop focusing on, do you think interest rates are coming down? Like, yeah, we go over this stuff, but it's because we like to understand what's happening with the global economy. I just like to be aware. That's not going to ever make me, oh, I'm getting into puts today thanks to what Powell said today, or I'm getting into puts today thanks to that housing data. It's like, no, that's not going to get me into a trade. What is going to get me into a trade? Oh, we broke this massive level of demand. We went back under it, made a midterm retest under it, pushed away. That is now supply. That's seller control. That's what's going to get me in the trade more so than, oh, housing data was shit today, man. You should have seen the numbers. So that's what I'm going over. That's my focus. That's my constant. That's my absolute. The levels, the system, not what kind of market are we in? How is the global economy? How's this? How's that? Like, that's not going to push me in or out of a trade. But when you do focus on those things, and this is what I was trying to tie it into, I'm just taking forever. But when you do kind of think about those things too long, that's what you'll start to connect it to. Every time something drops, every time something rises, you'll start to connect it to things, and then you'll start to make up shit in your head, and it honestly is horrible for you. And I think I started out the same way, and that's why I have such a strong opinion about this, is because I think I too got into this moment where, like, in the market, it was all about, oh wow, everything's going up. When I started out, it was before Trump was president. It was when Obama was still our president. And everything was euphoric. Everything wanted to go up. Everything wanted to just hold to the right, move up higher again. You'd get really good slow higher lows in Obama market. And then Trump came around. And it was like, holy shit, everything's just going up all the time. So it was a complete change in tempo. But by seeing that change in tempo, it made me realize, like, wow, this is what tracks a lot of people's attention, is seeing this. Like, seeing Trump win the presidency made people just straight up say, I'm buying calls this year. That's what some people acted like. They were like, I'm straight up buying calls. I'm not even going to think about it twice. And that was the mistake. They completely walked away from anything they had practiced or memorized up to that point. They completely walked away from, oh, I'm going to trade off of this level because I like that it did a retest. Or, oh, I'm going to take this and leave a stop here. Here's my target. They didn't have any kind of plan. It was just straight up off of the news. And that's kind of what I hear when I hear those comments. So that's, again, why I'm answering this way. But it really is, it can really ruin your journey as a trader if you focus on those kinds of things. It almost is like a kid pouting when I hear that stuff. And again, I'm not saying that about Shadow. I'm not saying that about anybody here. I know you guys are just curious. You're probably not thinking that way. And I really do mean that. I really do mean that. I'm not getting on anybody here. But it's just, I've been going over this stuff pretty heavily, and I'm very passionate about just, again, going over things in an absolute constant order, not doing things randomly. And that would be considered a random thing, going over news, because that's something that's not really going to have any direction on things that we're going to be able to track accurately and consistently. You just won't. It's proven. You're not going to be able to trade news accurately. Unless you're just the world's greatest economist. And even in that point, if you go look back at the world's greatest economists over the past 40 years, none of them have a good track record, except maybe like one or two people. But it just shows even the world's brightest people have no idea what to do when news is out. So neither should you. Neither should any of us. But that's my rant. First comment I read, the only F3 I saw yesterday was Mel's insane percentage. Zeke said, think yesterday was a mix of all-time highs, sell on triple Qs, and a lot of stop losses being triggered intraday. They then said, you need to look to the left. We hit clear supply. Zeke is spot on. A lot of people buying late. We're getting stops hammered. Taking blame for not streaming reminds me of that sign. Do not feed the seagulls. It creates a dependent population. I honestly like it when Bueller doesn't stream for a day because I get to see if I've learned anything. Oh. That's a good way of thinking about it, fool. Very positive way to think about it. Remember, people actually take trading advice from Kramer? No, you're not wrong. Those people do exist. And I'm glad none of you are those people. To blame F3 or blame market makers, in my opinion, is just refusing to learn how to recognize price action like yesterday and refusing to learn how to react. You're defaulting to not taking responsibilities for your own trades. Shadow said, all good, brother. Was green yesterday, won early, walked away, and missed the whole move down. Didn't notice until I checked my phone at the end of the day. Thank you for the man. That was probably crazy for you. He's killing it on like longs. Then he's like, I'm gonna take the day off early. After he kills it, then checks the market end of day. What the hell happened? That's pretty funny, Shadow. And no, you're good, man. I was honestly happy you triggered that out of me so we could get that out, because Because there are people like that who will just look at the chart and be like, wow, this chart sucks. There was news. Like, what? I haven't, like, you'll never once see them break down what actually happened on the chart. You'll just hear them complain. It's like, what? What do you get out of that? Nothing. Chief not being pushy, just kindly suggesting a morning stream tomorrow so you can get some much needed rest. Oh, you're saying I should only do a morning stream, not a full day stream? Yeah, I'm probably going to, because I'm taking that Saturday thing serious. It's so hard for me not to show y'all what I've been working on. I'm not joking. Yesterday, I tried to show y'all a sneak peek, and I stopped myself. And today, I had a really devilish thought of, like, I'm going to show them everything. And then I haven't. So I'm trying my best not to unleash on everybody. Because this slideshow that I'm doing for the seminar, webinar, whatever the F we're calling it, for whatever the hell that is, on Saturday, that's going to be recorded. And then I'm going to put that in the course as well. So I'm going to save it for that. But I am going to show it to my Lifetime guys. I might even post it separately and individually for the YouTube members alone. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. But I have tried so damn hard not to show y'all what I've been working on. Y'all have no idea how much I've been trying to show y'all and then stop myself. Super excited about Saturday. I had no idea you were involved when I signed up. I just pictured the evil Kermit meme. Do it. Do it. Show them now. I could show y'all the beginning slideshow, but then you don't get anything out of it, so it's like, I don't know. And to be fair, if you're someone who's actively in these streams, and you're someone who actively listens to things we go over in here, you're gonna hear every bit of that in that slideshow, so you don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, it has been very hard for me to not, like, show anything. I'm so excited, though. Just got stopped out of my calls. Small red day. But first trade was red. Second trade recovered me nicely. Gonna focus on work. Check in later. We'll see you later, Zeke. Thank you also for the open engagement. I like that all the different things you said today, really, some of your updates, as well as some of the points you added on to some of the conversations earlier. Thank you for that. And also, good job, Zeke, on your trades getting back in the game. And hey, just a little bump in the road, whatever. They happen. It's a settle type day. We understand a big move was made yesterday. Might not happen again today, so it's okay. Great job, Zeke. What's up, Julian? You just straight up said, I love you, Bueller. Love you too, man. I'm going to show everything. Do it. How about this? How about this? After the stream ends, if you join Discord, I'll show everyone the slideshow for like 5 minutes. I'm not going to cover a single thing, though, because it just would not be fair. But if you join the Discord call after the stream ends today for like legit 5 minutes, I'll go through every slideshow real quick so you can see it. How about that? Someone's going to be like, I'm not in the Discord, wait. We're not ending stream yet, so it's okay. Give me 6 and you got a deal. I can't help myself, dude. I'm serious. I love y'all so much. Give me 6 and you got a deal, or I give you 6 minutes. I'll give you 6.5 minutes. I'll raise you a half. How about that? 6.5 minutes. I'll even time it. I'm only doing it on Discord, though, because this cannot be recorded. This cannot be shown. Like, this needs to be completely hidden. Downloading Discord now. That's how we get David Q on Discord. I honestly didn't even think about you not being on there already, because I do remember a conversation where you said you're not on any of this stuff. If you do seriously make a Discord, though, David Q, I genuinely believe it would be a great thing for you, but I don't think you should join a bunch of Discords. Like if you're just with us, like join us. I'll give you a quick role and you can just chill in a couple of the channels. That's it. Yeah, you don't need to be active. If not, though, again, we do not take it to heart. I understand why you don't. I actually think I kind of respect it. If anything, I think it's cool that there's someone out there like you that doesn't have all this stuff downloaded, and you're just focused on you, which is, I mean, seriously, the real focus here. It's not about me. It's not about me catching trades. It's about you and you and the process you're trying to develop, the process you're trying to build off of. You know, that's what's important for you. Will the slideshow be available for YouTube members? I'm only giving them a sneak peek on Discord. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It'll be on the channel next week. You'll have it, because it's going to be on the course and on the YouTube channel for anybody. But that'll be when I do the webinar. That's on Saturday, so you won't have that till next week. I was just showing people a quick sneak peek after this stream ends because I just can't contain myself. SPY holding a weekly emerging candle plus today's open plus pre-market high. Great call out by Daffy Buck. T-Bone Panda. Every time I see that name, honestly, I think of the old panda we had in our chat. She was pretty cool. I honestly never knew how to navigate around Discord, so I just uninstalled, but I have to be there for this. I could teach you if you want. I've actually been meaning to do videos on Discord, like how to use Discord, because there's actually a pretty large amount of people that don't know how to access certain things. Like, did you know... did you know you could click these boxes? Like, a lot of people don't know this, and I sit here and be like, oh, this is so obvious, how'd you not know that? But some people just don't know. Like, let's say you were like looking for VIP section, but you had like one of these channels on like no notifications, but the other two you didn't. Kind of like how I have it here. I have no notifications for trade floor, results review, post charts, because I check these every 5 seconds. I don't need to be notified that there's messages there. I know that they're there. I'm going to go look. So that's why I have them off for my screen. But some people don't know that you can actually click and unclick these arrows, and these open more channels. When it's pointed down, that means every channel, including the ones you have off, are there. Sometimes they'll hide channels from you, but that's because you have this up, and some of them have messages open. It'll only if you have this arrow like this, the only channels that pop up here are going to be the ones that are new. So if there's a channel that hasn't been posted in like for a day or two or something, or an hour, and everybody's posting in the others, it's going to be hidden, and you might think that channel was deleted, but it wasn't. It just wasn't there. What is that, 4740s? 4740, 4750. Oh, it says it right there, 4729.58, my bad. Literally staring right at it. Your IV skew. You have like a gamut transfer there, because you got like some popping and then you got some dropping again. That's pretty loaded content-wise. The game. Yeah, the game. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of with Michael Douglas. Also, guys, make sure you guys are live on the stream. If you look at the bottom left and the red dot's not there, you're not live. Good morning, Creator Trades. How you doing, man? It's always a pleasure seeing that name pop up. I believe you messaged me the other day. You did. I have not gotten through my DMs yet, but I did remember seeing your face pop up. I saw Tyler the Creator and I knew. Game over. Creator, you're supposed to come in here and be like, first. Let me answer your DM though. Where the F is that trade? Gotta go to my Sheets app real quick. I think it's this one. No. Copy of BB share. Is this it? Yeah. Anyone with this link can view. Copy link. Alright, so this is one that me and my boy Mel use. Creator. So when you go to that, at the top left it should say like file, and then it should say like copy or whatever. That's what you want to do. You want to copy it, make your own. And you can retitle it, you can mess with it, you can edit it, all you want. There you go. Sorry for the late response. Man, I feel like a pop is coming. It definitely does kind of feel like a move is about to happen. Because they lost today's open again, but they still didn't make that new low. So really looking to see, can bears reject today's open? And if not, then bulls are definitely still present. But I would like to add we built a higher low in the 1 minute above the area where it was kind of looking where bears were starting to pick back up. Daily still chilling over here. How does this chart keep messing up? And the 30 minute is still indecisive. Tesla trying to get past 251 level again. Good post by Chuck. Tesla still rejecting yesterday's low. Good post by Vanessa. Oh. Yeah, that movie, The Game. That movie's so damn good, dude. When I saw it the first time, my mind was blown. At the very end with like the building jump thing, I was like, what? It just kept going and going and going and going and going. I love him in that Wall Street movie too. Michael Douglas in the Wall Street movie, that shit was so good. Him and Charlie Sheen. Damn, that movie's good. If you haven't seen that, that's really, really awesome. You should definitely watch it. Alright, now something I like to do in some of these streams, and I need to really start doing this every single time I stream, I like to go over some of the trade reviews that are popping up. These are from yesterday. Yeah, these are yesterday. So this drawing right here. Oh, nice, deuce. 40% entry. Never invalidated. And then you got a really nice pump. That's actually kind of clean. Oh my god, Alexis. Look at Alexis reading the price action like a... Oh my god, I didn't even see this percentage. What the... I was so stuck at looking at the like zones and all the, you know, breakings and like the entries and exits. What the F? Hold up. We gotta delete somebody's post. I think Alexis made it into the Hall of Fame. It's probably gonna be another username post because he's got like 100 in here. Username used to be our only Hall of Famer. I've probably already seen his name 7 times scrolling down just now. I can't delete this one. BHIL was a gem. There's our first Chuck. This was before we had Charles Chuck. My bad, Chuck. I just kind of exposed you a little bit. Alright, username. I hate to do this because you have so many legendary posts in here, but I'm going to delete one of these. Alexis, you did it. You made it into the Hall of Fame. So the reason I had to delete one is because you can only have 50 or 20. I don't even remember the number anymore. Okay. D-Touch and Mel getting the day started off right on 2 different tickers, SPX and Square. Paper hands here. What'd you do here? Let's read some of these notes. Should have taken... Wow, congrats on you doing on the phone, by the way. All the notes and everything. That honestly is amazing. But he said, it should have taken profit at 30% after seeing the decreasing buying pressure and weakness at 472, but good entry on it with a great risk reward. Got in at the bottom of the second wick and stopped out here. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I just held on it too long, honestly. But I do like what your plan was. You saw the weakness, and looks like you do have a level there, so you have a clear level of resistance that you were looking at. Looks like that's the 472 you were mentioning. Good job with the review, paper hands. Alright, well, more people are going to post later. I don't blame anybody for not posting yet. I'm sure there's not as many trade reviews. But yesterday, man, I was looking through those trade reviews, and I was just impressed. So many amazing posts. Not just because of the big moves that were happening. It was honestly just nice to see, like, I didn't have to be there for people to still not understand. Oh, you're good, Julian. You're fine. If I'm posting on the wrong channel, please do tell. Proceeding with caution. I like it. I like it. I think I knew that fool, but I've never used it because I'm not, I'm not connected like that. But no, I did know you could do that. I don't know how. I'm sure Leland's probably already done it. I've been meaning to want to set up like a copy trader before where like if I take a trade, I want it to post to a channel, and it's not really for signals. It would be for like a trade log kind of thing, because it'd be cool to log it there on Discord. Like, hey, that's what this account's doing today, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't want to have to go type it all myself, but it would be cool if it did it straight from, like, the program you're trading it on. Which I do believe is also possible, but I don't feel like paying someone a bunch of money. And also, too, it's kind of hard to trust somebody with all that info. Oh, he's talking about bots. Okay, yeah. Okay, I was going to say, yes. I've even done that one. That's where I get the JSON code, then I put it in the little box, and you click generate, and then it, like, sends it out, and then it goes over to, like, whatever the bot's programmed to do. So if you say it to do this, it does that. If it does that, it does this. But you can make it post across, like, different channels, across different Discords. Oh, okay, I'm not completely blind to this. Yeah, because Jason and Leland have done a lot for the Discords, and it's kind of helped me understand a little bit more of it. I still don't entirely understand it, though. Oh, do you trade with TD? Yes, I do. Tesla back to today's open. Yeah, I'm a full-time Robinhood trader. I'm pretty serious. They call me the big deal. Trying to picture like all those guys on Twitter that post like Robinhood trades, and they're like running a chat with like 100,000 people in it. Oh, I know how to do that. I just meant it would be cool if it did it live. Like, if I took a trade, it'd be cool if, like, in a Discord channel, it was like, hey, this account is in this at that price for this, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, when I exit or close out the position, it'd be cool if right after it would post, hey, closing in this account at this price for this, blah, blah, blah. And then done. Trade confirmation done. That's what I was wanting. Which is possible, but it's very in-depth and probably expensive. Leland said, full-time Robinhood trader because Weeble stole all his money. Stole all my monies. He stole my tendies. I do prefer Weeble over Robinhood. Weeble's pretty badass. They've gotten a lot better too. At the very beginning, they were one of the worst. And then they started doing like massive overhaul updates. And I still don't like some of the inner mechanics of Weeble because it's just as bad as Robinhood in some ways. But I actually recently learned that Weeble does use something a little bit different than Robinhood in terms of like market makers and how their system works. And I started to realize why their quotes are so much different. They really are pulling from two different sources. But no, Weeble has also Weeble did their own like charting application. You could probably do that with an email account, some TD settings, and a Discord script. You're gonna need to teach me. Or do it for me. Using the best. Robinhood has the best charting system. Using the best charts possible. Yahoo Finance. Hey, don't hate on Yahoo. Leland said, Weeble's mobile active trader would blow your mind how good it is, to be honest. There is one cool thing Robinhood added that I saw Weeble kind of has, I think. Like tracking a contract, I think is what it is. Like you can create a watch list and like watch certain options. The only reason I know about this because Sinful does it with Robinhood. But you can like track like, oh, let's say I entered this, and then you could just like click it on a watch list and see how it does over the next couple days. And it's kind of cool because you can like really see how options react to certain, one, rapid movements of price action, but two, time, how they decay. Kind of, you can get the feel for it. Like honestly, if you don't have a broker, like honestly, I would somehow get Weeble Robinhood or Weeble, and I would just focus on, like, if you can't get quotes from like TD or Interactive or anything, get one of those apps and just watch contracts. Don't trade on those, please, but they are amazing for watching contracts. Leland said, I hate to say it, but I have to take credit here. I suggested the feature to both Weeble and TOS a long time ago, and Weeble actually did it. And they didn't even pay you. That is messed up. Have used Weeble Mobile a few times. Pretty nice. I would just throw a stop and TP on and drag them around. Oh, it's that easy. That's pretty cool. Ow. Yeah, I mean, if Leland's saying it, I gotta believe it, you know? Seems like a few other people in here agree. I will send you a screenshot of what it looks like. Yeah, do it. So I can pull it up on stream. Leland, I'm gonna spam our DMs, but it's so I can move everything that's above it up. So just ignore the fact that I'm spamming you really hardcore right now. Okay, that's good enough. I just sent him like a period and then I would hit enter. I did that like 20 times just now. You probably heard it. Oh, I guess you could have sent it in chat. I'm so dumb. Man, I bet Weeble gets so many questions about what's an ask and a bid. They give the stock chart above and all the buttons to enter/exit below. It's actually dope. That is honestly kind of cool. You have like all your options right there. This is like, get me in as soon as possible. This is get me in as soon as possible, but I'd probably be paying a little bit less than a market. This one's get me in, but hopefully I'm buying it at a better cost. And you kind of have the option for both sides. And the numbers right there, order confirmation. Like, no, I ain't having that on. I want to get in instantly. That is actually kind of cool. Post an OT. What is OT? Unless you're actually saying overtime. Yeah, Weeble did all the changes for iPad Pro I asked for. Oh, nice. What's up, Alexi? That's a great name. That's kind of cool. Weeble actually listens to people. The stream is sponsored by Robinhood. Nah, bro, we're about to be sponsored by Weeble after all this talk. Off top. Oh, my bad, man. My bad, fool. You're probably the first person to say OT to me. This stream is sponsored by FTX. No, bro, I'm not Matt Damon. Chill out. Whoa, how do you do that? My bad, fool. Yeah, if you type anything there or in my DMs, I'll see it. You might have to tag me if you put it in OT. I gotta start calling it OT now so I sound cool. He said by FTX. That actually kind of got me. Every time I see FTX, I picture like the 100 sponsors of like famous celebrities that we all got to know and love. Let's see. Famous FTX celebs. Supermodel Giselle, NBA star Stephen Curry, tennis phenomenon Naomi Osaka, former baseball superstar Big Papa David Ortiz, Shark Tank Kevin O'Leary, Tom Brady, Katy Perry, Bill Clinton, Larry David. Which Larry David's was the funniest one because at the very end he was like, in his whole bit it was like, I'm not buying this crap. But it's funny because he was actually, you know, part of that. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Half of those celebrities are still fighting in their financial situations because of that. Yeah, his was the best by far. His was by far the best. Whenever I heard Kevin O'Leary was part of it, I was like, well, I don't think I'm surprised by that one. You got Mark Cuban on Ethereum. You got Kevin O'Leary on like all of it in general. Gotta practice what I preach. Screenshotting that. Come on. There it goes. Julian in the Discord said, I'm reading these two messages because they're pretty long and I want to give respect to the people who posted them. One's by Julian, one's by Zeke. But Julian said, so I recently added this to my trading quotes and etc. Be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. Was doing the opposite. Well, that's actually a really good saying. Be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. That is an actually super crazy big brain saying, man. Did you make that up yourself? Was doing the opposite for a while till I heard this, as well as 2, getting cons into in the money or super close is a plus, not my goal, / my goal is to sell the contract into momentum and make money off the premiums. Again, a Bueller favorite muscle memory, getting into the habit of taking profits. Follow my rules, aka the BB way. I have added confluences into what I've learned, however, at my core, it's all reverts / back to the BB way. That's honestly one of the craziest sayings I've ever heard. Be patient with your winners and dude, I gotta get this on a shirt. Hold up, I'm about to read Zeke's message, but I gotta remember this. That's like the coolest saying one of you have ever said. Shut up, fool. Posted in OT. Hold up. I got it too, man. That was honestly a really good saying. Why is my thing doing that? Oh, there we go. Be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. That is like it stuck with me so well. All right, let's read Zeke's message. He said, likely we'll be taking it very slow until the new year after tomorrow. Feel like I've learned a lot since being around here and all you great people more often. Hasn't been my best year, but knowledge has definitely grown to new levels, which in the long run I am hoping will be more important. Just need to continue to stick to the same sizes / hard stop losses, as that is and always has been my weakness. Really looking forward to next year and a fresh start. And yeah, it's good having people like that around. Julian, Zeke, everybody else posting nice messages in chat today. It's good to have that. I feel like it's good for you, but it's also good for like other people. Somebody, you never know. Somebody could be down in the trenches today, you know, completely just depressed. They go into chat, they read some stuff like that. It might actually uplift them. Might be like, hey, wow, I just need to relax, cool down, refresh, reset, review. Make my comeback. Whoa. We'll get to this in a second. Deuce is the receiver. That's him. Number 2 is Deuce. Where's he at? Is that him? That was him. Damn, I got good eyes. He said, give me that touchdown. Where's he at? There he is. Wait, what route was that? Oh, okay. He was kind of going right. Cut left. Looking like he's going right again. Cut left again. He's got the cornerback and the safety lost. Oh, my God. Hold up. 1, 2, 3. 3 people to get him down. The 4th guy had to blindside him just to get him down. Look at that. Oh my god, look at that move. I feel like I'm watching Madden right now. Like, spins out number 10. That guy has no idea what happened to him. And then, of course, he gets completely ransacked. Alright, let's see this one. It should be him right there. Nope. Wait. No, I was right. That was him. Yo, y'all's jerseys are kind of clean. What color is this? Is this like maroon? Y'all look like the USC Trojans or whatever. Damn, why do you look so much different there? Oh my god. Look at this. What the hell? His legs were like fully up in the air when he caught them right there. Bro, they cannot contain you.
They'll lose 3 on the play, but could have been a...
They're like, don't guard him, man. He's short. This is the slot receiver. Don't worry about this guy. Then he break. Oh! Hold up, one more time. I gotta see that one more time. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Bro, if he would have extended his arms right there, I would have lost my mind. I mean, he really couldn't, but damn.
Jordan,
what happened to the guy that got crossed?
Oh, good move.
29. What happened to this
But
guy?
I believe it's going to be just short.
How does he leave the
That's his
huddle?
receiver,
Like,
number 2, Jordan Rodriguez. He has 1 touchdown on the season.
Bro, that is badass, Deuce. Thank you for sharing that, man. Deuce is kind of a beast. I will get into this in a little bit. I did know about this screen, but I didn't know I could do all that. Do it to an email and then have the email connect to a bot and then have the bot post it to whatever. Okay, that does make a lot of sense the way you put it. I didn't even think you could do that. How quick is that though, Fool? How like, now I know there's going to be a little bit of lag in it, but let's say I enter a trade. How many more minutes go by until that is reached to whatever my bot is posting to? Because again, it has to go to the email, then the email goes to the bot, then the bot goes to the channel. So there's a couple of transfers there. How long do you think that would take? My bad, Daffy. He said Tesla's still going, as well as Oxy. Which this was the one he talked about very early on in the stream, saying that they've been doing nothing but building base. So very good potential for bulls, and it seems to be helping them on this move up. We'll see if they can make that new high of day. Well, this is a new high of day. I meant over previous day. Damn, it's already Thursday. That's crazy. Man, that 30-minute Daffy looks so good. It's pretty much a 3-bar play breaking up. It's really clean looking. Funny story, I dozed off just now at my workstation and woke up to Josh's typing, slightly confused and unaware of where I was. She's like, damn, whoever's typing this woke me up. Who is this? Triple Qs. Still holding a higher low. Same thing for SPY. This is what I like to call a settle type day, guys. This is very normal after a large move is made because you have... Well, you have a lot of things going. I can't just say one. But you have a lot of things going on in terms of direction and momentum. A lot of people are deciding, oh, well, we're definitely going to keep going down. We had a big red candle. How would we not be able to keep going down? You have other people stuck in the mindset of like, no, we're still in an uptrend. We have to keep going up. After that big red move that happened yesterday, you have a lot of people going, you know what? I probably need to just wait. So you probably have a fair share of people also sitting on the sidelines waiting to see true direction. And this is very, very, very normal. And this is why inside candles after large moves are very normal. Haramis, inside bars, they're all the same. It's indecision. But a lot of the time it's because you're witnessing the potential transfer of power. You're either seeing sellers take over, not get the follow through, then bulls end up ripping through all-time highs. You end up getting sometimes where they just take it through the support. We end up getting a really, really nice pullback, and then you end up getting your settling there. But at every single time it's different. Exactly, a perfect non-trading day. You get it, Mel. Which, if you do end up finding trades today, that's okay. It's not like if you trade today, you're Satan. Like, no, it's okay. Just understand you might have limited opportunity. Man, Julian saying is really stuck in my head now. That was such a mind-blowing quote from him. Alright guys, well it has been about a little over 2 hours since the beginning of the stream. We're at 10:30, a little over 10:30. I am going to end the stream here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. If you guys have any questions on game plans, please be sure to tune on over to the Discord where all the game plans have been posted so you can focus on that. We went over a lot today in terms of just trading psychology, emotions, limiting ourselves to certain things. We went over levels. We went over a lot. And we do this almost every single stream, and it's because of me, but the energetic just randomness I have. I don't know what y'all call it. I'm sure you probably have a lot worse word than I had there. But guys, thank you again for the stream. Thank you for almost 50 likes on today's stream. We had almost 200 people tune into today's stream, which is crazy because I think a lot of people had that feeling in the back of their mind that today might not be anything special. So thank you guys again. Tomorrow will not be a full day stream. We're just going to do another normal stream like today. And it's because I am going to just try to be just completely ready for Saturday so I can be at my A game and whatever you want to call it. But guys, thank you again for being here, adding updates, adding advice, adding other just tips in here while we're covering different things. It really is helpful, and it's nice to see a lot of people in here holding themselves openly responsible, as well as going over things just with each other. Therefore, you feel like you're getting more of it kind of in your head more than just talking about it to look like you're trading, you know? So don't look like a cool trader, be the trader. But thank you guys again. Have a great day. And remember Julian saying, be patient with your winners and impatient with your losers. See you guys tomorrow.